Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to try to make a quick video on Facebook, trying to talk about how to use Facebook and the settings and security. So I'll try to cover as much as I can, and whatever I know I'll share with you. They've added some new security features, but some of them are a good direction that they're trying to make it simplified. So the first, I'm going to talk about how to create an account. You go to facebook.com and then you fill up your information here on the bottom with your name, email address, birth date, and things like that, and then you click sign up. And you want to provide them with a proper email address because they're going to ask you to verify. Now when you come to this step, you just need to be a little bit careful, because what it's trying to do is trying to get into your email account and grab all of your contacts in your email, and then it will ask you a question: do you want to send these people a friend's request? So you can choose to do this, or you can choose to skip it and then just find your friends manually. So depends, up to you. I cannot tell you what is appropriate or not. Some people like to do it, so with one click they can send everybody. At the same time, some people don't like to do it because they do not want to send a request to somebody they do not want to become friends with. So take your pick. You can even sign in with your Hotmail account or other emails, and they'll try to grab your contact list from it, your address book. You can skip this step. It will ask you again and you can say yes, skip it. Now they want you to provide them with all kind of information and things like that, at what high school you went to. Now for people who don't want to provide this information, you can skip it. But if you enter it, you see right next to it, this setting is what will be concerning, because this means that this information will be public. So you can change it to friends. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it, but even while at this part, you can just change it. So I can put whatever school I want to talk about. Okay, so whatever I wanted to, I could just write it. College, university. Again, you can change all of this to friends. And later I'll tell you what you can do with custom. Or if you wanted to make it more private, you could just make it only me. That means this information is only visible to me, nobody else. Okay, I can hit save and continue, or you could just have skipped it. So it's up to you. Alright, I think I'm just going to skip it. It's not letting me do that. So, alright, let's just delete it. Okay, skip it. Now here you can upload your picture. If you have a webcam, you can just take a picture right now from the webcam. So if you had a picture, you could upload it. You can browse, and then you can go to your pictures, pick whatever you have. So I'll just pick something. Okay, so I'm just adding some kind of a picture which is being uploaded. It's done. I can hit save and continue. Now what they're asking me is that to go to my email to verify that this is really me, so that you will get a confirmation email. So I'll just leave it like that for now, and I can do it later. Hopefully I can show you everything I need to show while I'm here. Okay, so once you get in, this is what it looks like, because if you don't have any friends right now on Facebook, you don't have anything. Once you have friends, you'll start seeing a bunch of information coming through here. Like all your friends, whenever they say something, it will show up. Whatever pictures they upload, it will show up here. So you can start seeing what your friends are up to, but you have to find them and connect with them. And the way you do that is you click on the top and you can type a name of a person and you can search for them. Okay, or you can do it by email address, the way we were talking about earlier. Okay, and you start seeing messages if your email address has been used for a long time. Maybe other people have sent you requests in the past, and some requests will be sitting here. So once you confirm your email address, you'll get the name of the person, and then you can confirm the friendships with them, or you can just ignore it and say, I don't want to become friends with this person. Okay. Now, I want to talk about the settings issue, and this is also good for people who already have an account because you need to be careful what you do on Facebook. So if you look in the corner here, there is that button, the right hand corner with a security lock on it. I click it, and here you get to see who can see my stuff. Now by default, your stuff could be seen by public. You see, you can see my future posts because I haven't posted anything. But if you had already posted, you will see. So I can click here and I can say, you know what? By default, all my posts should be seen by my friends only. So anytime you make a comment on Facebook telling people about something, this is the setting so that only friends can see it. Now for people who have already have an account with Facebook for a while, you should look into the activity log. This activity log will give you a list of stuff that you have done, you've liked, and you can also see when you look at the activity log, like you see this picture is what I just added, it's public. So I can say, you know what, I don't want this picture to be public. I want to make it friends only. So say for example, you made a comment on a friend's comment, like the friend had put a message or a picture and you made a comment on it. Now if your friend had a setting of public, that message can be seen by a lot of people. So you can go through the list here through the activity log, and then you can choose individually and you can choose whether this should be public or whether you want it to be friends only. You can also click here. You see where it says allowed on timeline. Timeline is pretty much if any of your friends come to look at your Facebook page, they can see a whole bunch of stuff that you've been up to. So you can click here and you can say, you know what, hide this activity from my timeline. So you can go through all your activity. You can choose to change the setting or you can choose to hide it from people. Okay, so each and every one you will see there is a setting. You can hide it. In some cases, if you have liked, when somebody puts a picture, you can like it. Somebody put a comment, you can like it. Or you post a comment. You can delete that comment now at this point. So it's up to you if you wanted to do that. Okay, so that's a very important setting to check out. And on the left hand side, you can actually go through these things. Timeline review, which is all the stuff that's on your timeline. You can go through it. All the things that you've posted. All the posts that you've been tagged in. Like when somebody puts a message, they can actually put your name in it, like tagging you in it. So you can go through that and choose whether you want it to be. Okay, you can go through your photos and then you can again choose your settings. You can go through your likes if you've gone around liking things, and if you didn't want it to be like that, you can change that. Okay, so that's the setting here under who can see my stuff. I was looking at the activity log. Okay. Now if you wanted, the best way for anybody who's been using Facebook for a while and you were curious as to how are people looking at me when somebody looks at my page, what are they seeing? So this is a good setting where it says view as. You click it, and I think in my case I don't have anything, but on the top you will start seeing a section where it will say that view as public, or you'll get a setting where you can choose to view it as a particular person. So I'm going to try and see if I can see it again. For some reason I cannot go to that setting. I'll see if I can do another video with some of these things. But right on the top you will see it will say public, and right next to it it will say see it as a specific person. You click it and you type the person's name and you can see how any of your friends see your page as. So you can check what can they see. Are they seeing things you don't want them to see? So you can decide that. But the most important thing is how is the public seeing it, because you don't want to expose information to other people outside of your friends list. Okay, so you can look at view as. Who can contact me? So if I wanted, I could make it strict so very few people can try to message me. Who can send me friends request? If you don't want everybody to send it, you can say Only the friends I have, their friends can send me a message to connect with them, not anybody. I'm going to go to see more settings. So again, I'm just going through this lock, see more settings. Okay. And again, there is some of the settings again. Who can see my post, friends. You can look at your activity log. Now this limit past post. This is a really good one for people who've been on Facebook for a while and you're not sure what's happened in your past. And if you wanted to limit all of your past posts to friends only, say for by mistake it was public. In fact, I've been surprised when I actually viewed my activity log as to how many of my friends' pictures and comments were public. So you can actually go in your limit past post and then you just say limit. So all your past posts, even if you had put the setting friends of friends or public by mistake, it will switch to only friends. So only the people you've accepted as friends will be able to see your past post. And you just have to hit limit. They'll tell you a warning message. You just accept it. Okay. Do you want other search engines to link to your timeline? Do you want search engines to find you? You can edit it and turn it off if you want it. So you can change that if you wanted to. So that's, again, if you look on the left hand side, there is the privacy settings. When I was clicked on this more, timeline and tagging, so you can go through this list. So now you see there are some settings where it is friends of friends. It means the people I may not even know who are friends to my friends will be able to see posts I've been tagged in on my timeline. So you can change that to edited and you can change it to friends only. Who can see what others post on your timeline? Again, you can change this to friends of friends. A lot of people don't know this, but this is possible. And I'm just trying to see what other, because there are so many settings, you need to go through it one by one and see what's going on. So if somebody puts a tag, say that somebody takes a picture or something like that and they try to put a tag with your name on it, it's off right now. So if you want, you can turn it on. So I'll just show you. You see right here, this is the way it is tagged on your face. Someone can put your name on it. So you can enable it so that you have to approve for the tag to happen. So a lot of the kids have gotten into trouble where they, got a stupid picture out there and somebody put a tag on it, and that tag can be visible to your friends and things. So you can enable it so that you approve that tag before people can see it. Okay. So I'll just click on this notification one on the left hand side. And here is where you can choose the notifications, because you start getting a lot of emails and things like that. So you can click on this view and then, the email part. And then you can choose to receive notifications or not. If you are getting them on your cell phone, you can choose that. If you're getting it on text messages, you can choose that. When do you want to be notified when there is an activity related to you, so you view it? Because I haven't done any activity, I don't see it, but once you have done some activity, you'll see a lot of stuff here, and you can edit all the notifications. Okay, I'm just going to come back to the general settings here. So here I can edit my name, email address, password, if I wanted to. And then there is a security section where you can set some security settings. Now, and also there is the deactivate button, which I'll most probably deactivate once I'm done with this video, because I'm not going to keep this one around. Okay. Now there is a setting here called secure browsing. If you want, you can edit it and you can enable. So what it does is that whenever it is possible, it will use HTTPS having between you and your Facebook, between those two computers, the stuff will be encrypted. So you got an extra level of protection. Even if somebody tries to grab the information in the middle, they will have to work hard to decrypt your information. Nowadays they try to do that by default, so you can hit save if you wanted to force Facebook to do it all the time. Active sessions, this is a good way to know, for example, if you thought that maybe somebody else is using your account. So you can come here in the security and click on this edit, and it will show you all the sessions which are active on your account, and you can go and deactivate those particular one. And if you see something like that, right away change your password. Will show you if you are checking your Facebook on a tablet or a cell phone or a smartphone kind of thing. So you will see that here. Okay, so this was all through here, more settings, and then through general and security. There is this button here too, and from here you can also come to account settings, which kind of brings you to the same thing. And also you can go to privacy settings, which kind of brings you to the same thing. So they've tried to make it a little easier to change your settings. If you look on the bottom here, there's the chat option. So if you have friends, they will be visible if they are online. Now if you don't want to be bothered, you can click here and you can turn off chat. That's what I do, so that otherwise everybody will see that you are on. They might try to chat with you. But if you like to do that, you can see any of your friends are online and you can start having communication with them. In fact, I think they are planning to do more with this. Maybe you'll have voice chat and things like that with different things. Okay. So now I'm just going to come back to talk about the Facebook actual aspects. So when you click here where my name is, that will be your name. This is like your timeline. And you can add a cover, like that will be like a broad cover here, like all the way across. You can also change this profile picture if you want it, and you can start adding a whole bunch of information. So if I go to about, there is my information about me. You can edit your basic info. I'm going to edit it because I want to show you something, the basic info. And here, if you want it, I can not show my birthday. That's just me. And any of this information that you choose, if I say I'm interested in women or whatever, you see the setting is public, so you can change it to friends or only me, even if you choose it. But any settings you choose, relationship status, languages, whatever settings you want to choose, you can choose to make it public or not. So be careful and choose accordingly, and make sure you hit save on the bottom. So I'll again show you how I got here. From my name, I click on about, and then I click on the basic info. I click edit. Okay, and you can add all kind of information like your current city, your hometown, if you wanted to add your mobile phone, and again you'll get the same information with security settings. Okay, so that's under your name. And whatever messages you've put out, whatever things you've been doing, like you've been going out to other Facebook friends and putting messages, or you are liking certain things, all that stuff here on the bottom, so you can see what you yourself have been up to, or if other people have mentioned you. Okay, and you can update what you are up to from here, or when you come to home, you can even update from here. So here I can start typing whatever I want. I can even put a tag of a location. I can add a picture. I can even just add a photo if I wanted to upload photos from this computer. Or I can create a photo album. So if it was like more than 1, 2, 5, 10 pictures, then I would rather create an album, so put them all together in that album. So I just click it, and then I can give it a title. If you knew where it was taken, you can add a date, and now I can click add photos. Hopefully it happens faster. Okay, then I can go to my library, pictures, samples, and I'll click maybe 5. I hold the shift key, I click on the first one, hold the shift key, click on the last one. So it will highlight everything in the middle. The other trick is you click on one, hold the control button down, and then you click on the individual ones. So that way you are highlighting ones, skipping the ones. I click open. Now those pictures are being added. And let's see, hopefully this doesn't take too much time. I'll just pause the video. I'm back, so didn't take too much time. The pictures are uploaded. Now you can put comments on it. So, and this is where you can tag somebody. So if you are friends with somebody, if you start typing their name, it will start showing you a list with people starting name with AM, and then you can just pick the person. That means you are tagging them because they happen to be in the photo, and you can do all this location tags and things like that if you wanted it. And I just scroll down and I'll say post photo. Now you see the setting is only me, which is private. So if I want, I think in this case I don't have any friends, so that's why it says only me, and I can hit post. What's happening? Where's the save button? I think I'm on. Okay. Post. Okay, let's see. I hope that worked. Alright, so there it is. The picture's been posted. So if I had friends, they would get a notification letting them know that I have put some pictures based on my settings. So if I come back to my name, and I will now see the activity. So there is the activity that I just added 4 photos with the testing at Toronto Zoo. Okay, and I can come here, go to photos, and I can click on, I'm just going to close this, I'm going to click on albums, and here there is my setting that I can click on it, and I can change the settings again. So I can edit and change the settings again and things like that, or delete stuff. So you can do that. So I come back to my name, and I had gone through the photos. I'll come back to home, and this is the update from me that is going out to people. So you can update just saying whatever. You click here, and then you can choose whether this message should be public, friends, or you can make a custom, and in the custom you can choose friends of friends. Like usually you'll see it, because I don't have any friends, it's not giving me that option. So you can choose friends of friends. Now even if you have a friend, like say you had 100 friends and you wanted to hide something from 1 or 2 person for whatever reason, you just click here, and then you can type the name of the person that's on your friends list. And when you type the character, the names will start to show up. You just have to pick them. So it will not share this particular message with those people. So it's a nice little settings to know. Okay. And what you can do is you can create different friends list. So sometimes you might have a message that you thought you don't want to bother everybody, you just want to bother a certain group of friends. So you can create a friends list. So let me show you that. To do that, you point to the word friends, and there is this word more. Don't click on it, just point to it and then click on more. When you click on more, you'll come to the, and some of this lists are automatically created. So I can click create list, type a name of a list, test, try to give it a meaningful name. A lot of time when you create a list, I think the other person comes to know that you've added them to the list. So be careful with the naming you give it. And then in the members, you just start typing the characters. As you type the characters, the friends' names will start to show up, and you just start picking them and keep on adding like that. And then you just have to click create. Okay. And once you do that, the list will be created. I'm going to come back to home, and say if I'm trying to type something, I can click here, choose custom, and I can choose a specific people or a list. Click here and I can type test. So you see, I can pick the test list. So whoever is part of that list, only those people will see it. And I can hit save, and then I can hit post. That means this message will be seen by a custom test list rather than everybody and all of my friends. So it's a nice feature if you want to use it. Okay, but you need to make sure you create. So as I was mentioning earlier, all your friends requests that people send you will be waiting here. If somebody sends you a message, you'll see a message here. You'll see a message here from people. Now what are messages? Messages are private communication. These are communication that are happening between you and your other friends that other people cannot see. If you go to someone's page and you leave a message, a lot of people can see that. But if I click to this message button, or I click messages here, either or, I can create a new message and I can type the name of the friend. So once you have friends, if I type A, it will show me all the people with that name, and then I just have to pick that name, and then I write a message, and then I just have to hit send. And they've also added features to add files and photos now. So this will be a private communication. So be careful of this. If you go to someone's page and if you try to write something, it means anybody will have access to it. Other people, other friends will be able to see it. And then I just have to hit send, and the message will be sent, and the message will show up here saying that I have a message waiting for me. But I've just sent it to myself, so I'm not sure how that is going to work. The other neat thing about Facebook is that if you had a small business, you had some business idea, or you wanted to create a non-profit cause, you can create a page for that, which can be public. Because the page is fine, you can be public. So if you just click up here on the top and you type create, and you see an option create page right there. Oh, right there, sorry. They've been making some changes here. Create my page. No, that's not right. I'm just going to do it another way. Let's see. Usually I see that there, unless until they changed something recently. I'm just going to go to Starbucks. So like Starbucks has their own page, and if I wanted, I could like it if I like them. Now when you like something, everybody comes to know about it, all your friends. Okay. So, but while I'm on the Starbucks page, I see the create page option. That's what I wanted to see when I was doing a search up there. But this is an alternate way to get to it. I click create page. Now here, I can create a page for a local business, a cause, non-profit cause. If you are an artist, if you have an organization, and this page you can get your friends to come and like it, so you can create something for a product or a business, and you can get your friends to even like it and market your services. So that's a good way to do that. So it's a nice little option to do if you had a business idea or some other thing in mind to do this. Okay, and you can look for anything on Facebook like Food Network. And then so this is the US Food Network, and you can like it. Now once you like it, you'll start getting updates. These updates here, they'll start to show up on your home page, or if you have a smartphone, they'll start to show up. So I like Food Network because you get lots of recipe links. So I click on the links, it will take you to their website, and I like to keep a track of that. And you can find anything like that. You want to find Apple, Rogers, Starbucks, Samsung, or whatever, Microsoft. You'll find they all have pages because they want to be interacting with all of their people. So I think I've covered pretty much all the bases. This is your timeline. This is the home page where all your friends' messages will start to streamline. If you found that somebody messages were coming in too much, because if you start having a lot of friends, your page starts to get cluttered. So whenever you get a message from somebody, you click here in the corner on the top, that button, and you'll get the option whether to say that, from this person, I only want to receive the important updates. So if they don't say this is important, you don't get it. So your home page, it doesn't have too much clutter. Okay, you can also, if you wanted, you can create events. Again, with events, be careful, like you can create a birthday event and invite your friends. But when you are creating an event, you again want to make sure that your setting is friends only. So, or you can just say friends, because this is where a lot of people have gotten into trouble, where they made an event public and everybody showed up. Or you can click on invite friends, and then you can just look for the friends that you want to add it to this event rather than everybody. So that's another thing you can do. You can choose the date when the event is and things like that. Okay. There is also an option to have groups. I don't see that here. I don't know why. Usually the groups are listed here. Let's do a search. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. They've been making some changes, or I'm not seeing it here. So usually you see them listed here. You can also create notes, like if you wanted to write a poem or a short story or whatever it was. You can start writing notes, because then you can write more stuff and make it look a little nicer. I hope this Facebook information gives you enough to get you going. Just be mindful of your settings and be careful what you say, because think of it one way: whatever you say on Facebook, think about it that a lot of people could have access to it, so you want to be careful what you share. Thank you for watching. Okay, so whatever I wanted to, I could just write it. College, university. Again, you can change all of this to friends. And later I'll tell you what you can do with custom. Or if you wanted to make it more private, you could just make it only me. That means this information is only visible to me, nobody else. Okay, I can hit save and continue, or you could just have skipped it. So it's up to you. Alright, I think I'm just going to skip it. It's not letting me do that. So, alright, let's just delete it. Okay, skip it. Now here you can upload your picture. If you have a webcam, you can just take a. Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to try to make a quick video on Facebook, trying to talk about how to use Facebook and the settings and security. So I'll try to cover as much as I can, and whatever I know I'll share with you. They've added some new security features, but some of them are a good direction that they're trying to make it simplified. So the first, I'm going to talk about how to create an account. You go to facebook.com and then you fill up your information here on the bottom with your name, email address, birth date, and things like that, and then you click sign up. And you want to provide them with a proper email address, because they're going to ask you to verify. Now when you come to this step, you just need a picture right now from the webcam. So if you had a picture, you could upload it. You can browse, and then you can go to your pictures, pick whatever you have. So I'll just pick something. Okay, so I'm just adding some kind of a picture which is being uploaded. It's done. I can hit save and continue. Now what they're asking me is that to go to my email to verify that this is really me, so that you will get a confirmation email. So I'll just leave it like that for now, and I can do it later. Hopefully I can show you from it your address book. You can skip this step. It will ask you again, and you can say yes, skip it. Now they want you to provide them with all kind of information and things like that, at what high school you went to. Now for people who don't want to provide this information, you can skip it. But if you enter it, you see right next to it, this setting is what will be concerning, because this means that this information will be public. So you can change it to friends. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it, but even while at this part, you can just change it. So I can put whatever school I want to talk about. Need to be a little bit careful, because what it's trying to do is trying to get into your email account and grab all of your contacts in your email. And then it will ask you a question. Do you want to send these people a friend's request? So you can choose to do this, or you can choose to skip it and then just find your friends manually. So depends, up to you. I cannot tell you what is appropriate or not. Some people like to do it, so with one click they can send everybody. At the same time, some people don't like to do it because they do not want to send a request to somebody they do not want to become friends with. So take your pick. You can even sign in with your Hotmail account or other emails, and they'll try to grab your contact list.